Alright.
All right. Welcome to the first round of the non-assists league for Lights Out Racing. You are joined today by yours truly, Ezra, and my co-commentator, Nihai. And no, we're not the biblical Jews in the Bible leading the people of Israel on a great experience. We're here to lead you guys through this first race of this upcoming season, and all I can say is I'm very excited to be here. We are in Montreal, Canada for the Canadian Grand Prix, and it's been a long time without a race, and I just can't say enough that I'm just glad to be here. How are you doing today, Nihai?
Doing well. Looking forward to seeing some good racing and hopefully not too many crashes.
Yes, it's definitely a challenge, especially on this course. We have the very famous Wall of Champions,
Yeah, it's
which
been a downfall to many a driver.
you can say that again. I think that wall has taken out both champions, and kind of ironically as well, the fact that if you crash into that wall, you don't win this race. But we can follow along here with Ruda, Red Bull Racing. He is on his hot lap as he goes down into the chicane, up through 8 and 9, onto turn 10, which is the tight hairpin at the very, very far reaches of the track. This is probably one of the hardest corners to master. You got a sharp braking turn, and then accelerate, get the power down as quickly as possible. And these boys today, they're racing without any assists, so no traction control, obviously, no ABS. So that corner, you're probably going to see a fair number of overtake attempts there, but also it's a great way to gain time and lose time. He's first across the line with 1:08.9. We'll see how that ranks up against everyone else. But what are you looking forward most to today, Nihai?
Just seeing how these drivers cope with track limits, as well as you mentioned previously, the lack of assist. I know personally I use assist for my racing, and turning those off is definitely a very hard step to do. So seeing how they can handle these hundreds of horsepower cars around this circuit will be very interesting to see.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
There's also a lot of walls in this track, so going wide on some of these turns can be very catastrophic for your front wing. So minimizing that wing damage early on is going to be very important.
Yeah, turn 1 and 2 at the start of the race always is a bit of an issue for a lot of drivers. And then just the fact that you have, I think, 3 or 4 chicanes, depending on how you want to label them. There's not many good overtaking opportunities. The only good options are down the back straight toward the finish line before the Wall Champion chicane. So it can be a tough. And that kind of leads me to tire strategy. So it looks like a lot of these guys are out on softs to start their qualifying runs. A couple on mediums, and that's going to be an interesting thing to notice because a one-stop strategy is pretty difficult around this track. You can do medium hard, but beyond that, 2 stops is the way to go. So it's a fine balance between if you want to risk safety cars, because that can help go both ways, and free stops, but then also getting free laps on your used tires.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like we have 4 of the 12 on mediums. So let's see what Camo does here as he goes through the last chicane. See here, this puts him out on. He's on softs, and that puts him 4th overall. So definitely a good range of lap times that we're seeing so far. The 1:08 looks like to be the number to beat. No one's really gotten close to it. Everyone's 3/10 off of that, at least. So we'll see if some of these slower guys can improve their lap times. But I know you've raced here last week. What part of the track did you find most challenging?
Well, obviously that braking zone on the last hairpin for that main straight, and then the chicanes that you have going through first couple of corners can be pretty difficult, especially with the exit being so close to the wall. So
Yeah.
I know a couple times last week got a little too close to the wall and ended up damaging my front wing. So which is pretty terrible for your lap times once you get any sort of damage. So definitely something to watch out for.
Definitely, yeah. Let's follow along here with Ruda. He's on the hot lap right now, our current pole, provisional pole. The key to turn 1 is to cut that corner as much as you can up, and he's lost it there around turn 2, and that's going to ruin his lap. So it looks like he's going to slow back down and maybe see if he tries to take out these tires, make them last for another hot lap, or go pit again and try to get one last lap in before time expires. Let's see who else here is on a lap 5-7 potentially. Let's look at what he's doing. So he just came out of turn 2. I don't think he's on the hot lap either. He's going pretty slow.
Looks like he's taking it easy.
Alright. Let's see who else is on the lap. Looks like Alex is. Let's see what he's doing. He looks like he's twitched to softs, so we'll see how he goes through. That's a hard chicane to accelerate out of because you have your back tires on that curb. See where he spots his braking point. Pretty good. Pretty well done on the power. This is all just about timing the DRS just right, keeping that forward down, hugging the right wall there, and then slowly moving out left to minimize your distance. And he, not too bad in the World Champions. He could have cut inside a touch more, but that puts him second overall. So not too bad, pretty good, decent lap.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I think Rumbicon's on his hot. Let's see how he's doing. Yeah, looks like he's slowed down.
A little wide.
He looks like he's slowed down on that.
Might have aborted there.
I think Rogue. Look at Rogue. Yeah, I think he probably aborted.
We already have a disqualification.
Yeah, Rogue's not on a good lap right now. Really? I'm not sure. Did not see that pop up. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, Liège.
Alright, looks like Rogue's gonna go on the hot lap right now. He doesn't hit his DRS though. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Let's see here.
So Liège got disqualified for blocking the pit lane.
Really? I don't know what. Maybe he spun. I think that can happen if you spin out onto turn 2 and the pit lane's there. So that's unfortunate for Liège, but it can happen. Let's see here. Ara's. Oh, he messed it up. He messed the last chicane. That's gonna kill his lap time, and that's not good for him. That's not good for him at all. So.
Yeah, good 5 or 6 seconds off pace there. It cost him.
Yep. That's a tough corner. It's the reason why it's claimed so many.
Yep. That, and then you're just trying to stay within those track limits while maintaining some speed. So
yep. It's so
pretty
easy.
tough to gauge your entry.
In qualifying, it's a gamble between speed and then risking the invalidated lap. A little deep there into the hairpin. See how he does here. Looks like most drivers have abandoned the medium tire and decided to just go for the soft. So we'll see how that.
Just the alphas, it seems like.
That did not disqualify him. That puts him top. That's interesting. I'm surprised he wasn't disqualified there with the chicane. He went pretty cut that first corner. pretty aggressively. So that's
Yeah, it seems like sometimes in this game it's a little inconsistent on
yeah.
what the track limits actually are, so they might have gotten away with one there.
I have to agree with you there. Well, we have 6 minutes left in qualifying. Looks like most people have gotten a couple laps in at least. So, let's see here. That looks like Camel is on the hot lap. Let's see what he's doing.
Hey
He
there.
broke a touch too early, it looks like there. It's very slow. A lot of drivers are very slow over there. And that's not a great lap for him.
No, wasn't able to improve there.
But he might be carrying on. Nope. I see he didn't shift down to first there for the turn 1. Turn 2, I mean, but that's something that, you know, I think is valuable to get a little extra rotation there around that corner. And into second there as well. Seems like he's being a little cautious with his gearing. Yeah, not a good lap from him.
Yep, just seems like he's misjudging his braking zones just a little bit, but
Yep, I'll be right back.
that lap looks like going back into the
Yep,
pits.
gave up a bit on that. 4 minutes, kind of crunch time. Gotta be getting out there relatively soon if you want to get one last lap in.
Yep, these 3 at the bottom here will be looking to improve on their times with the 2 Alfa Romeos and then the Renault.
Yep.
Looks like we have Nappy 412.
All right.
Lost the back end there.
Starretts hasn't had much luck in qualifying. Today. Looks like most people are in the pit. Nappy is out on the track. And the Renault. Never have really been much of a fan of how the Renault sounds in this game. I think the livery's cool, but
Yeah, it's definitely one of the worst sounding engines.
a little ugly. Or sounds a little ugly, I guess would be the way to put it. Not a good lap from him. I'm surprised.
Looks like Isotin is on a hot lap. Looks like.
Really?
Oh, well, maybe not anymore. He went very far wide.
Okay, yeah. So Isotin is doing. He's up on his sector 1 time by half a second. That's pretty good. A little deep there for that chicane. Let's see if he can improve his time. Get further up out of the bottom 10. Just very cautiously there again, but looks like he can. No, he cannot improve it. He stays where he is at 9. And that might be end of his qualifying today. It's like Starrett is about to start his final hot lap. So we'll see him get prepped. Yeah, he shifts down to the first, gets on the accelerator, shifts early.
Hitting the apexes quite well.
Yeah, a little slow on the first sector than he was his last lap. A little deep there as well in the start of sector 2. Let's see. Really curious to see how much locking up we see from these guys. Yeah, he gained the time back. Oh, there it is.
Lock up, yeah.
Oh, close with that wall there on the exit. Turn 10. And then hammer down. Hammer down. We got a yellow flag. Something crashed. Let's see if he can improve his time. He had a 1:10.9, and he has a 1:10.8. I think he keeps his position. Let's see here. I don't know what the yellow was about.
That's in sector 3. On the straight.
Let's see who that was. I think whoever crashed, they were able to right themselves. Yeah, sector 2 as well. Looks like that's all good to go, but looks like it was the Williams. It is Alex Great. Let's see what he's doing. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. It couldn't have been him because he's up on his time. See if he can put himself on the front row here with a good last chicane. Whew! He bumps that wall. And we'll see if he does it. It's a...
Yep.
Yes, he is currently
He got it.
on the front row, and it looks to me that it'd be hard-pressed for someone to beat him. See, 5.7. If he can better that, no, he cannot. So it seems to me that looks like qualifying is taken care of. Secret is on the hot lap, but he still is going to keep his pole position. See if he improves his time at all, and yes, he does by 0.2. So really impressive performance by Secret. And all that's left for you to ask is what is his secret, because he is definitely several tenths faster than everyone else here on track today.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the end of qualifying. What are your thoughts on what we'll see in the opening laps?
We'll have to see once we get there. You never know what happens with the people behind with their braking, judging that braking distance into turn 1 from the start. So anything can happen in that first corner. So there's no guarantees even starting on pole really. But hopefully we'll see a clean race and see how it plays out.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I actually just realized second and third are exactly tied. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Window weight, 0.95. That is hard to replicate. A little tough luck for the guy in third place, but someone's got to be the loser there. I don't know how they figure that out exactly. I've never seen that before. But
I'm guessing it's on time of the lap being set.
Yeah, that's. I think that's exactly right. It's whoever sets that time first. So it looks like one of them gets the nod to the front row, and they're hoping to convert that front row slot into a podium or race win. So we'll wait on these guys to ready up for the formation lap. But there we are. Some people like to take a good time. But we have our formation lap. McLaren and a Williams. You definitely don't see that in real life. But
Maybe next year. You never know.
Maybe next year. Well, not sure about Williams, but we'll see with McLaren. They have high hopes for sure. And first and fourth in this race, they definitely have high hopes to potentially even get a double podium finish today. But it's definitely going to be interesting. The 3 Honda cars in the top 8. So yeah, it's going to be hard to tell exactly what is going to happen, but let me see here. So yes, looks like everyone went for soft tires to start this race except for Nappy. He's going to go for potentially a one-stop strategy, sorry. So it's going to be an interesting to see how he handles his tires because, you know, medium to hards are the only way to go. What are your thoughts about him going? He's the only driver going for a one-stop there, Nihai. Do you think that's a good move, or will he kind of live to regret that?
It's difficult to tell. If he doesn't get any damage, it could work out. But we've seen in the assist league some problems with that, with some drivers trying to pull those tires as long as they can and ending up with punctures at the end of the race. So it's definitely a fine line. But if you can pull off preventing a lot of that damage in the initial part of the race and get some space, then it could end up working out.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point, actually, because, you know, as those tires wear, you lose grip, and with Canada having so many fast chicanes, it really punishes your rear tires. So that could, if you're not careful, you can end up in the wall. So that's definitely something to look out for. Well, it looks like we are ready to go. Everyone's up. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go. That was a bit interesting, bit of a delay there. Go down to turn 1. Good start by Secret. Takes the cart. Oh, we have a Red Bull spinning further back. Several people cutting the corners. Oh, we have some people.
For some reason.
Yes, that is interesting to see. Looks like we have a Red Bull still in that corner. Yellow flags, but no safety car as of yet. Let's see if I can go back to Rogue and see what happened to him, if he has damage. Yeah, his tires are lit up and he doesn't look happy. I believe he started in 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Not 100% sure on that, but very unfortunate for him.
His tires are suffering quite a bit.
Yes, that's going to have to change him out soon.
Yeah, you might see it early.
So we already have the leader in the pits. No, sorry, he's not the leader. He was last. That must be a game glitch. So that's interesting. Everyone, first lap, round the wall champions. You definitely see the speed difference between some of the drivers fully committing there into that chicane. Others taking it a bit more cautiously. But he has a 0.6 of a second already into the start of the second lap. And it's going to be key to him to get that raised up into the 1 second mark before the start of the third lap.
Yeah, we got a couple people pitting already for new wings and going on the mediums.
Yep. Looks like 5-7 is going for mediums.
Rogue's going into the pits.
Yep.
Tire change as well as that front wing replacement. Or it actually looks like he just retired from the session, so
really?
Not a great.
That is unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate.
That first corner.
We have our
we'll
first.
See what happened there.
Yeah, I didn't see terminal damage on his car, but let's go on to Starrett. Looks like he has a small gap. He's trying to chase down Charles, the clerk. No crash right in front of him as they go down the long back straight.
Good way setting the fastest lap time, 1:11.
Yeah.
Not quite as qualifying, but.
Well, yeah, you're not going to see fast times in the first few laps because these cars are loaded up on fuel, and they really. Looks like Charles Leclerc gets the move done on Era in front. and he's going to have clear A in front of him for a little bit. Let's see if Sterrett can make that move as well here.
Yeah, I saw him tapping the wall there on the wall of champions, so he might have some front wing damage from
Sterrett or Era?
Sterrett.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a decent overtaking opportunity out through here. Does look like he might have wing damage. Let's see as he goes down the hill. Nope, not going to make the move there. Little cut of the corner. It might be the first warning there for Era. But see if he's definitely going to get a move done. Into, yes, down the inside, late braking. Era stays around the outside, and it looks like they touch. That is a contact, and he is in the wall. That, I really have to say, that's probably Sterrett's fault. I don't think he left any room there on the outside for Era behind. What do you think?
I didn't really see it. I was too busy focusing
I don't know
ahead.
if they have looks like he has wing damage. Era looks like he is good to go, so he gets off a little lucky and keeps his place. Let's go on to Camel here. Looks like he's in a close battle for sixth here. He's trying to get 5th position. Isotin a little deep, trying to switch back. Side by side. See how this goes into the chicane. Who will give way?
Looks like Isotin backed off there a bit.
Yes, Isotin did back off, which is probably the wise move.
Yeah, you do not want contact going into that corner.
No. That's the thing. You know, if both drivers are aggressive into chicanes, then bad things are going to happen. So you got to be careful. But let's check back in with our leaders. There's a close battle with them. They've gotten a good 2-second gap on everyone behind. Looks like Secret has gone a little bit deep. Gets on the grass, but he's going to keep that position down to the chicane. Turn 3 and 4. His back
like his tires are.
His back tires look a touch worn because he doesn't have much grip on them. Let's follow along. He's going to get DRS. This might be a great overtaking opportunity. He's gone the... Yep.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Good, respectful distancing by both drivers there. Kudos to them for that. But I do think that Alex is going to get the run down here into out of turn 10 and turn 11 to take the lead here. A little loose on the rears, couldn't get the grip down, and
that might cost him here in the overtake.
Even with DRS, I don't think he's going to make that move yet.
No, a little too far back for that.
I guess the real question is how long these leaders can think that they can. Ooh, he's. Secrets keeps on going deep into turn 1.
Ooh, we have a big crash with Ruda. He's out of the session.
And we have a safety car. Oops. Yep, he is out of the session.
Champion again.
Didn't
exactly hit the wall, but overcorrecting probably to avoid it. Looks like he went into the wall on the left side there.
Unfortunate for him. Unfortunate for him. Well, that brings out the safety car, and that's actually kind of perfect timing for the people running softs to go ahead and get a free pit stop out of that. Helps Nappy out, though. He was 30 seconds off the lead, I think, so this will help him catch right back up. But let's see what the leaders do if they're going to head to the pits. I'd assume they would. I assume they would head to the pits. I would if I were them. It's a little fortunate timing. Fortunate timing for them for sure.
Yeah, it looks like Secret Tires were about to go there as well, so
yep.
Good timing for him to get those tires changed.
We'll see how it comes out with the pit stops, but it looks like Charles Leclerc might have a good chance here. He started last He's already up into 5th. See if he can maintain that position. Looks like the 2 leaders will very easily maintain that position. It looks like we have a 5-second penalty here for Camel, probably speeding in the pit lane.
Yep.
And a new front wing.
Watch out for that.
And a new front wing as well. So the way he goes shouldn't hurt him too much. Lose a couple of places there. Looks like 1 spot coming out of the pits. But not too bad for him. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Laird, but he never really started the race, so.
Yeah, it seems like a glitch in the game.
Yeah.
Where he's stuck in the pits.
So what do you see happen to Ruda? I unfortunately didn't capture that. Was it at the Wall of Champions?
It looked like, yeah, it was on the finish straight. Looked like he maybe overcorrected going through that last chicane there, and overcorrected and spun his car right into the wall. Probably broke that front left.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough one to handle. It's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Especially since he started in 4th position. That is both Red Bulls out of this opening race, and they're not going to be happy. Honda's not going to be ready. Christian Horner's definitely not going to be happy. Let's see if he maybe wants to try to promoted. Yeah, he wants to demote him down to Toro Rosso. Camel might be in a good spot right now. He's still racing. But yeah, he isn't. Looks like we're going to have another lap of the safety car. Gives Ara a chance to catch back up. Looks like Nappy went into the pits. So,
yeah.
Interesting move. Let's see what tires he puts on here. He's on this. He is
Soft
on
again.
the softs. So is that double softs for Nappy, or I believe Nappy was the one who started on mediums. So he's going to try to potentially either go medium soft medium or medium soft soft, depending on how that goes. I'm not sure if a medium soft soft will work, but yes, Ruda, that was a tough crash to witness. Sorry about that. Better luck next time for sure. But the Wall of Champions has taken even better drivers than you, so don't feel too bad about that. That's the one thing about safety cars, is it catches everyone up, so the racing's more competitive. But as a competitor myself, the thing that kind of concerns me the most is it bunches everyone up, which means you can still get dive bombed through the rear. So that's one of the downsides, especially if you're one of the leaders. You know, you had a 3-4 second gap there, and now that's gone away. So got to try to get that back up again. But this does put both McLarens up into the podium positions, and they will definitely be hoping to hang on to that one.
This would be a great result for them.
Looks like safety car is in, and we will be back and racing. Ooh, that was interesting. He pushed him a touch wide, the Williams. And Secret, great start off that safety car. He's already a 2.5 seconds in the lead.
Yeah, Alex spun his tires right there on the exit on the start finish straight. Gave up some time there. So.
Yep.
So easy to do out of that corner.
Looks like Alex is going to withstand the challenge, even though he got a poor jump, and be able to hang ahead. Let's go along with Charles. He is in a tight 3-way battle. Oh! Off the track, 5.7. He's going to keep his place, I think, although see if Charles tries to go late on the brakes. No, he goes early, biding his time. 5.7 goes deep in. Charles will have a great run out here to get 4th place for sure. We'll see if he can get that stick. No DRS though, at the safety car just came in, so.
Yeah, just relying on that slipstream, which doesn't look like it'll be enough.
No. Kind of odd that he got out of the slipstream there for a good bit. So, surprising. But maybe he's just biding his time. He has, 5 lap fresher tires and 5.7 in front, so he has an advantage for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't want to do anything risky and throw it all away. So bide his time, wait for 5.7 tires to wear out a little bit more.
Yeah, I think you can get about 14 laps on the medium tires before you start to really feel the wear. So it might be a little bit, but it's definitely an advantage for sure. We have another safety car. I don't see Isotin.
Yeah.
Did he
Another
just?
DNF. Another DNF. Didn't really see what happened there.
He's out of the session. I don't know where he crashed. It looks like he crashed down into, looks like turn turn 3 and 4 actually. No, not even there. Out of turn 2, he hit the wall. It looks like. Very odd. Very odd turn of events. Looks, we have 5.7 going to the pits. He's on his 18 lap mediums, figured get it done, but I think that's going to drop him all the way back to the very back of the grid. So it's unfortunate. We have lost 4 drivers already, and we're down to 9 racers. So it's definitely a bit of attrition. I'm having halfway through.
Yeah, 3 DNFs and 2 safety cars already.
Yeah.
Just trying to look through here with so we have quite a few warnings for some collisions.
Do we?
Yeah, only looks like Hamill has a 3-second and a 5-second routine might have served during his pit.
Okay.
And then Omicron also has a second time penalty.
Okay. What about the leaders? Do they have any time penalties?
Nope, they are free.
That's a key thing about league racing. So if you're not careful, those time penalties can be the difference between a win or podium or none of those. Or bucket load less points. So corner cut and stringency is on strict, and it's easy to cut corners in Canada for sure.
Yep.
I mean, I don't remember how many. I think I had 3-second time penalty last time I raced here in Canada. Do you remember what you had?
I think I had 3 of them for a total of 9.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's tough to keep your car within those limits. Also, it's not representative because a lot of the times you're trying to avoid contact or someone's gone off the track that's coming back on. So I think a couple of those did that. Got warnings for them, but it definitely is difficult to stay within these limits, especially on the track.
Definitely with you there. I haven't seen beyond that contact there with Ira and Starrett, I believe, a while back. I haven't really seen much contact between drivers, so that's good. The stewards will be very happy to hear about that and see that for sure.
It's mainly just been down to a couple little mistakes that ended up costing the driver getting a little too close to the wall and ending up with a DNF. But besides that, not too much.
And that's the thing with no assists. You know, it's easy to lock up, easy to spin out with that traction control. It really does not take much at all, especially if you're having a tire strategy that's pretty competitive in the sense that you're trying to get the most out of them. So
yeah,
it's really easy for these guys, and I don't envy them at all out here racing. They're all doing their best for sure, but I definitely couldn't be doing what they're doing. So kudos to them for that. Looks like we have the safety car in this lap. Let's see what Secret is doing. I'm not sure about the.
Looks like he's backing up the field a bit.
Biding his time. I'm not sure where the best place is to start. I almost have a feeling that you wait to get through. Oh, he starts a little bit early. Gets a jump into the chicane. And once again, he's a master at those restarts because he gets an incredible jump off of everyone else. Spot looks like 5-7 lost out a spot to the Nappy. We have some action further back. Era is off the track and is
Yeah, looks like I have a crash there between Starrett and Era.
Let's see what's happening to Starrett. Yes, looks like he spun. I didn't see it. If there was contact, looks like there might have been. Stewards might have to look at that. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that first and second corner again on the restart catches people out.
That's a killer for sure. So 5-7. He makes the move look easy on Nappy. And he's on his way. Pit stop was a good move for him. It dropped him back down the order, but he's on fresh softs. And everyone else is on mediums, so he definitely has the tire advantage right now for the next 3 or 4 laps before they start to go down. I mean, when you're racing, do you really feel much of a difference between the soft and mediums in grip?
For sure at the beginning, yeah. But you can definitely feel those softs fade away a lot faster than the medium. But yeah, I would say there is definitely a difference of feeling in the car.
It's right along here. Yeah, I agree with you there. It's right along here with 5-7. It's like a bit of a three-way battle for 5th. 5-7 has the better tires. Hamill looks to be a bit faster than Charles, and we'll see if he can get a move done.
Looks like both leaders, Secret and then in second, P2, Alex, both have 3-second time penalties. So
interesting.
That could have been an advantage for one of them, but it looks like they both made similar mistakes there.
Okay. Is he going to be brave into the chicane? No, he is not. He backs off, lets him through, see if he can get a good run. Yes, he got a great exit. And that's going to be an easy overtake with those softs. I don't know if my audio messed up somehow. Should be fine. Not sure what happened. Can you hear me all right, Niha?
I hear you good, yeah.
Strange. I don't know if
just be a streaming issue.
Yeah, it might be Twitch having a bit of a twitch.
Yeah, looks like we have another 3-second time penalty for Nappy.
Yep.
So they're definitely pushing the track limits now after that restart.
Drivers are being a bit more aggressive now. A bit deep there by 5-7. It's easy to overshoot when you're behind another car. You just lose so much downforce when you're right behind somebody.
Yeah, that's another thing you see a lot off the start as well. When you're so close behind these other cars, you really have to adjust your braking distance to make up for it.
For sure. 5-7 definitely has the pace advantage here. He just hasn't been able to make a move stick so far on Charles. Charles is well known for being a quite stern defender of his positions. So we'll see.
Yeah, but we're seeing a difference in the tire compounds right here. 5-lap-old softs.
Yep.
Against 9 laps. It looks like on the mediums for Charles. So
I mean, how many more laps does those softs have though? They have a pace advantage. It can't be that many more.
Not very many. Yeah, he's got to get this move done.
Ooh. It's two little touches there by 5-7, and he's going to back
looks like
off.
He backed out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good racing there. I don't think he got damage to his wing. Those little touches can happen. Back out. Let the guy recover.
Yeah.
And it
as
races.
long as there's some respect there between the two drivers.
Yeah. That's
usually ends in a good position.
That's good to see for sure. This is definitely the closest battle on track. A little lockup. He cuts the corner. And that's
we might see those softs.
Going to be a warning. And his softs, I think, are 6 laps are going to feel the punishment a bit. He's going deep in a number of corners now. So readjust that braking point as your tires wear down, lose a little pace out of the corners, and yeah, he's already down 0.8, so we'll see.
It looks like he did get a little bit of damage on that front right wing.
Front wing. Let's see if I can see exactly he has. Yes, he has his left end plate missing, so he's gonna have. Yeah, it's his left end plate. He's definitely gonna be yellow or orange there, and that's gonna hurt him. Let's move on to Camel. We might be able to get a move done here on a damaged 5.7 with dying softs. It's one thing I've always wondered though is, does a damaged wing help you go faster on the straight since you have less downforce? I don't know if that's the case or not, but
I think whatever advantage you get on the straight is definitely gone as soon as you take a corner. Just from personal experience.
Yeah.
But
that's a good point.
It would be an interesting test to see.
Ooh. Camel got a little too excited there, and that's going to hurt him.
Yeah, gonna have to make up some of that time again. Still only a second back, so he can easily stay within that 1 second for the DRS.
Yes. Yeah, he has DRS, try to maintain that gap, but it really does look like Secret and Alex are a little bit of the league in their own. Secret's got a 1.5 second lead here on Alex, and he's got a 5.5 second lead on the driver behind. So they look to be having the first 2 podium spots tied up as best as they can right now.
Yeah, as long as there's no mistakes, they should be fairly good. Although we do have a lot left in this race, so who knows if we'll see another safety car or something like that.
Looks like we have Nappy and Starrett first. They move into the pits after the safety car, and they go for hards to the end, which is 16 laps. Interesting decision. I think mediums potentially could have been on. What do you think about it? Do you think mediums could have made it?
Perhaps you'd really have to save your tires for that, which is pretty difficult to do with no assists. Well, we have another DNF right there. Wall of Champions again with Nappy.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah,
that is bad timing for Starrett, who just came out on the hards.
Yep. We have another safety car, which is going to group up this.
And once again, this is almost perfect timing for the leaders who are approaching the very end of their stint on those mediums, and they can hop onto another set of mediums and be on their way.
Yeah. That was unfortunate for Nappy there. Didn't seem like just didn't have the grip with those hards coming out of the pit. Needed to warm them up a bit. Just lost it on the entry to that final chicane.
Yep. Let's see here.
Yeah, both leaders pitting.
And they are coming out with mediums, which makes perfect sense. We'll be able to nurse those to the end, no problem. Slightly surprised. Looks like Charles went for the hard tires, and that's not a good choice in my opinion. What are your thoughts on going hards at this point in the race with 15 laps to go under a safety car?
Yeah. It's a risk. I don't know. After seeing Starrett and Nappy both go for hards, doesn't seem to be working out for them very well. Maybe he's hoping that the leaders will fight each other a bit more and wear those tires down so that they lose their pace towards the end of the race. So that could be a gamble that could pay off.
It's definitely a possibility.
Looks like we have a couple more warnings.
Whoa.
Camel going off there.
And
we got some serious contact right there.
That
Well, that might have just ruined his plan right there.
Yeah, I think it might have.
He
That
might have to pit again here.
does he? I couldn't tell what damage he had. Is he missing an end plate or not? I think he got something. If he's lucky, it will only be slight green. Looks like he has his end plates,
Huh.
but he is going into the pit. Nope, he's missing that one end plate. So that is, he's going to drop him all the way back down and see if he goes Yep, he's going mediums. So did not work out at all. I think he was probably too busy paying attention to Camel scoot by and forgot about braking himself.
Yeah, I didn't see the car ahead of him. Looks like Alex also got some wing damage out of that back
Really?
up there into the
Yes, he is missing an end plate.
yeah in a corner 10.
That is very, very, very tough
So,
position. Era has not yet pitted. That is a very interesting choice. I have no idea why he would stay out right now with 14 lap old mediums.
yeah, he's gonna lose out.
Well, it might be a bug because it says Charles has 13 lap old mediums as well, which,
Even though he just pitted, yeah.
unless that's a bug or maybe he didn't have an extra set of mediums, I think that is possible. He might have not had another. Oh, no? I think it must be a bug because he hasn't used mediums yet this race. I think he went soft, hard. Or maybe he used. No, he did. I can't remember
He used
exactly.
medium.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he has soft, medium, and then he pitted for the hards. Had some of that contact there and had to repit again for mediums.
So I would
So
assume
he's on his fourth set of tires there.
I assume he would have two sets of mediums in his garage, but you never know. And we are off and racing once again. Secret, another great start. Alex, even with that wing, feels confident. He didn't really have much trouble pulling away from the drivers behind last time. So maybe he feels like he can keep that gap with his town alone. So
Yeah, it looks like Era finally did pit for a new set of mediums. And it looks like Charles is on softs, actually not mediums, so that was a bug.
okay. See Ramacron here if he can get a move done on Camel. See if he goes for a bit of a dive or breaks early. And
Looks like
still
he-
goes a little deep, but he might have a good exit out of here. But he won't have DRS, and he does not get a good exit. And he's going to not get a move done into turn 13.
Yeah, that exit out of turn, looks like turn 11, I guess.
Let's
It's
move
really
up.
important.
Yeah, let's move up to 7. Alex is a little bit of a lame duck with a broken wing, and he's going to have to fight hard to keep his spot. Same tire advantage, now it's just down to slightly better aero and who's the better driver. But
Yeah.
I expect 5-7 to get a move here done in this lap or next lap for sure.
Yeah, we have Secret, the race leader, setting fastest lap for the race as well. 1:11.
I think with Alex injured the way he is, Secret is going to have no problem maintaining this win.
Yeah,
bit
this
of
is
a
working out
lockup.
well. Working out well for him. He has Alex as well as 57 fighting behind him, so all this time that they're going back and forth, he'll be able to pull away.
5-7 really seems to be struggling out of turn 10 with his traction, and that is killing his chances of an overtake down the straight. So, I don't know. Alex might be able to hang on through the corners, although he does cut that corner a bit more.
He got another 3-second time penalty for that.
So what is the time penalty situation for our racers up front?
Let me take a look here quickly.
Let's slide back to Campbell a bit. Looks like he's close to Rumacron. See if he can get anything done or.
Yeah, Alex has a 5-second time penalty, most likely for speeding in the pit lane. And then he also has a 3-second time penalty on top of that for corner cutting into that.
I don't know.
Chicane.
And it looks like 5-7. Take to the outside. Will he able to make the move stick? I don't know about that. 4 wheels off the track. Didn't really get back
seem like
on.
a clean overtake there.
I don't know if might get a little complaint there for that one. Stewards take a look, but it's a tough corner. To be fair, it's a tough chicane to overtake, and it's almost impossible to fit 2 cars through there.
Yeah, he might have been expecting.
Whew.
Oh.
What an
Right
overtake
back.
by Alex. That was brilliant move.
That was perfection in that late braking there.
Yeah. Especially with a broken wing. He was confident. And we'll see. He leaves the space. Good racing. I'm going to try to do a bit of a... That's really good racing by Alex. A very impressive move. Keeping second place. And I guess he really can't complain now about that earlier overtake because it's all back to square one.
Let's see what happens here for the same section.
Yep.
We'll go for it again.
A little bit on the grass, so that's going to hurt your traction. DRS opens up, and he's not going to be near enough. Plenty of ERS, though, so I would expect him to start using that. And he's going to be accumulating warnings like crazy if he keeps on taking that chicane like that.
Yeah. He does have some room for air since Alex does have a 3-second time penalty, but definitely would rather have prevent that 3-second penalty.
Loses the rear just a touch, and he cannot get traction right now, which is surprising because these are mediums, 6 laps old. They should be good to go, but he might be burning him out pretty quick right now. If he's not careful, he won't have any tire left by the end of the race.
And all this time we're seeing Secret almost has his 4.5 second advantage now, so
Yeah.
he's disappearing off into the distance.
Secret's
at
just
this point.
he's just cruising and noticing the guys fighting behind him.
It looks like
this-
7 overtook again into that chicane.
Yeah, he definitely
See how this braking zone.
he takes the inside line.
Switch back. Not the best exit.
We'll see. I think with DRS, he has plenty of ERS.
Might just get it.
He has it on overtake. It's going to be close. He's going to go force him to the outside. Brakes. Yeah, that's just a tough.
Oh, yeah. 57 is just hit that wall. I don't know about that.
That is
Not the
unfortunate.
cleanest.
Was there contact?
I would imagine that there was. Looks like 57 didn't really give up that inside position, and Alex
There he
cut across.
is.
We also have a spin
that
with Starrett as well.
That is a sad sight to see. And that's the 3rd or 4th racer that we've seen on that
Actually,
wall
our
today. The 5th?
Oh, 5th DNF.
Yeah, but
Probably, yeah. I think the third DNF in that specific.
yeah. So 5-7
I'm sure
is
we'll
not
sure see some filed reports on that incident.
for sure. I wish I had been able to see that. I was riding along with Alex there. Apologize for the poor camera work. It's tough to capture all the action, but 5-7 is going to be upset with that. We'll see
Yeah,
what
now
happens.
Ramacron is closing in on Alex there as well, so we might see a McLaren 1-2 here,
Yep. I think I
especially
mentioned.
with that time penalty.
I think I mentioned at the start that was the dream scenario for Zach Brown and the McLaren team. and it looks like a real possibility for sure now. But surprisingly, we didn't get a safety car come out for that last incident into the World Champions. I guess they feel confident they can clean that up, no problem. But we are down to 7. Half of the grid at this point has a third of the grid has crashed into the Wall of Champions, and half the grid isn't racing right now. So Canada, you wouldn't think would be such a race of attrition, but it somehow is. Every time I've raced it, every time I've seen a race here in Canada, there are lots of DNFs.
Yeah, lots of, like I mentioned earlier, all these walls very close proximity to the track, so lose any grip or accelerate a little too fast out of those corners can be very catastrophic.
I mean, this is the closest battle that we see on track right now between Ramacron and Alex.
Yeah, Ramacron just has to avoid that damage. And
what is the time penalty situation between these two? Because that could be very significant here. You know, the second, third, and fourth could be decided by time penalties. So that is definitely something to look at.
Yeah, so looks like Alex has that 3-second time penalty, and Ramacron looks to be incident free.
That's impressive.
Alex might actually have 2 time penalties, so he might have a total of 6. I don't know if he hit it within any of those, but.
Alright, so Ramacron really just has to stay close, not pick up any warnings, and he will easily coast into second place. Secret has 3 seconds still, or has he increased that at all?
He's at 8 seconds. Around
really?
8 seconds. So
that
yeah,
is...
all this fighting between Alex 57 as well as Ramacron has allowed him to push his pace to the limit. Five laps remaining, so we'll see what moves happen here in the remaining.
For sure. I think Secret, even with those 8 seconds, will be safe. We're just, unless Ramacron can get past quickly here, he's not going to have a chance to close that gap at all. Fighting away with Alex, so that Secret needs that to keep on happening for him to take home the win today.
It looks like Alex has a total of 14 seconds in time penalties.
I don't know what the limit is, but he's approaching that limit.
Yeah.
How many time penalties you can get before you get disqualified? He's got to be careful here.
Looks like he got a second 5-second warning. But yeah, definitely not the best at staying within track limits, it seems, here.
Not at all.
So yeah, Ramacron really just has to. Of course, he doesn't know the time situation. He may not know the time situation, but really just has to stay within around 10 seconds of Alex to claim that second place. He really doesn't have a chance of. Looks like Ara was off there into turn 8 or 6, it looks like.
Looks like his wing is fine. But yeah, he's going to be 7th place. He'll get his points.
So yeah, that's the great thing as of now. You can't really finish outside the points. So yeah. Just get to the end.
And Secret's climbing that up to 9 seconds. He's getting 3-4 tenths a lap in time gained, so he's feeling pretty safe right now, I think.
Yeah, just has to avoid any mistakes there.
Let's move down to Charles. Looks like he might be trying an overtake.
Yeah, he's on 9 lap softs.
Yeah, so he's gonna try to milk him. But I think 9-lap-old softs are pretty equivalent to 13-lap-old hards.
Yeah, it'll just be a battle of driver skill here.
Let's go back up to Ramacron. He's closed that gap real tight. Right on the gearbox of Alex. We have a Sector 2 yellow flag. I don't know who that is. It looks like it's Ara.
Ara again, yeah.
Spun out with Ara. And
Just
we'll
needs
see
to take it slow to the end here.
if Ramacron can get a move done down the straight. Half a second's a lot to make up, though. He has lots of ERS.
He lost 3/10 there out of that corner.
Yeah, that's the make or break corner really for overtakes in this race.
Yeah, you really have to get a good exit there to be able to overtake, have a chance of overtaking on that final straight.
Starrett picks up a 3-second time penalty. That might hurt him against Charles. Let's see. Charles can make a move stick here. Charles,
going down.
Side by side, he gets past.
Good move down the inside there.
Yes. Into turn 1, it looks like. He got that move done. But really, he's in an interesting position because his tires are bad. Starrett's tires are better.
Yeah, Charles also has a couple time penalties as well, and he's on one more warning, and he'll get another 3 seconds. So he has to be careful.
Looks like Secret just picked up another 3-second time penalty as we have an overtake. And Alex is off into the wall of champions. He lost his entire wing. That was a interesting move. That's the second time we've seen contact into that corner. And we'll see if will complain about what happened there, with what kind of happened between him and 5-7 earlier versus what just happened with him and Ramacron. But that with his time penalties, and he'll probably be able to maybe now. I think 6 is he's doomed to 6 with his position right now and his time penalties.
Yeah.
So, whoa.
We have contact with Starrett, looks like.
Out of the pits. He lost his wing
Yeah,
again.
a lot of...
Who was that, Charles? Coming out of the pits?
Charles and Starrett. Charles just got another 3-second time penalty.
That was very interesting to see.
Looks like a mess coming out of the pits there with Alex as well as Starrett and Charles going for an overtake.
It is a very difficult pit exit.
Yeah, it kind of just feeds you directly into the traffic going wide on that corner.
Yeah. So, Ramacron, if he's still without time penalties, he might be able to hang on here the final lap to get a win out of really nowhere. I was not expecting him to be near the top, but he might just be able to clinch it if he keeps his pace up.
He does have a couple time penalties, so I don't know if it'll be enough.
The interesting thing is Alex, without a wing, is still faster than Charles on his really old softs, but let's go to Secret. He's a Lasha Kane. Free range. He's weaving. I don't know if you should be weaving, but... He took weaving too seriously, and that might cost him to see if Ramacron doesn't have the time penalties. Let us see. Don't weave too much. Nope. He must have had time penalties himself because he stays in second. We have Camel. He finishes third for now. Starrett. With his hard tires, he made them last, comes out to fourth. He definitely cannot complain about that. And really, very eventful race for everyone involved. We'll see where Alex comes out when it's all said and done. There's definitely going to be some steward reports, and that might add some additional time penalties to some of these racers. Alex goes into 4th due to time penalties.
Yeah, we'll see if that position stays.
Charles is last across the line, so what a race, really. We got to see a bit of everything. We got to see a bunch of retirements. 3 or 4 into 5, I think, into the Wall of Champions. And really all kinds of action, but no one can be happier right now than McLaren. They get the 1-2, top of the constructors, top of the leaderboard right now, and they are going to spray that champagne in the game and probably in real life as well. What are your final thoughts on the race?
Yeah, it was a great drive there from Secret. Kind of controlled the race from start to finish. Had a close battle there with Alex, but managed to hold him off. The safety cars definitely did help them in the initial part of the race. Both kind of falling on the perfect time for tire changes, but definitely a great drive from him, and congratulations.
Yes, we will try to get an interview from Secret right after this, so hang on, and we'll try to get him, and he can explain kind of his mindset throughout the race. Everyone with time penalties except for Era, which is impressive feat. But overall, a 10-second lead to the win for Secret over Ramacron. And we will be right back with interviewing the race winner, hopefully. Well, I'm trying to get him here, but he has not yet responded. It looks like he has made a comment. We'll see. Okay, let's hop.
All right,
Let's hop into McLaren voice chat. And we can hopefully... All right, there he is. Secret, the race winner. You made it look easy. You started on pole, led, I think, the entire race. And, you know, very comfortably 10 seconds there at the end. Kind of, what were your thoughts on the race? How was it from your perspective? I think you might be muted if I don't hear you. We don't have audio. Let's see if Secret can get his audio figured out here. No luck so far. Hello? Nope. Oh, you can hear him? I can't? Okay.
Still hear me. It says it's messing
there
up.
it is. Okay, my bad. That's on me. I apologize.
You can hear me now?
Were you able to hear
Yeah,
my
yeah, you're
question? Probably not. So my next question is, you led from pole. I think you led every single lap of the race. You really made it look easy. Every single safety car, you got a great start, able to build that gap. and finished with a 10-second lead at the end of the race. So how, kind of from your perspective, how did that go?
Well, I mean, really, the race was anything but easy for the longest time up until that last safety car restart. The first stint, I was on softs, and I think after 5 laps, they were on 50%. I absolutely cooked them. I was just trying to build a gap. But my setup wasn't too kind to the tires. My driving wasn't too kind to the tires, and then I kind of got lucky with the safety car there that came out, so I couldn't actually get on mediums. Same with Alex. Alex was pushing me the whole race.
Yeah, that's something.
Second.
That's something I noticed is the safety cars seem to be perfectly timed for both of your pit stops. One to go onto the mediums, the second one to go onto the second set of mediums. So kind of a bit fortunate there, but that worked out well for you.
I mean, the second safety car, I'd say my strategy, I was going to go longer anyway, so it kind of just came out. It was an opportunity to get a free pit stop. My tires weren't too, burnt and dead at that point, but it still was an amazing amount of help to actually get that free pit stop with Alex behind me. But then, unfortunately, going through the hairpin, I think 1 lap before we went back green, the safety car kind of was going really, really slowly. And so I was following, and Alex, I guess he thinks I brake checked him or something, but I didn't. I just, unfortunate accident, he broke a bit of his wing off, and so he wasn't able to really compete with me in that last stint, which is a shame because I was really looking forward to us fighting for the win in the end there.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that victory.
Thank you.
I think Singapore is going to be another challenging race. That's our next one next week. We saw a lot of wing damage on the track, and we'll probably see a bit more next week as well. But congratulations on the victory.
Thank you so much.
Good luck next
Yep,
race.
thank you. I'll try.
All right, Ramakron.
Try.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, that was a pretty good race for you, as it turned out. I think you started, was it 4th in qualifying that you started on the second row?
Yeah.
And I think I said at the beginning of the race, a 1-2 or a podium finish for both McLarens would be a dream start to the season. And you kind of were able to pick your way through the field due to the kind of contact in front and come out in second place. So kind of what was your strategy going to the race, and how did that turn out for you?
Yeah, I have a very crappy start at the beginning. Someone hit me from behind. I had to cut the corner. I had a penalty. I had my front wing damaged, so I couldn't have a very good pace at the beginning. But in the second safety car, I guess I changed the wing and put new medium tires. I was pretty fast. And the last battle with the Williams was very intense, and luckily I get in the front.
Yes, that definitely was some good close action between you and Alex, I believe. I think you had the damaged wing there, so you did have a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, because I at the beginning I thought I couldn't get him, but he had a very low traction in the after hairpin, and I couldn't overtake him.
So we saw a lot of.
I don't know if I had contact with him. I already overtook him.
Yep.
And he didn't leave me. He didn't leave me a space. I think I touched him a little bit, but I think he should have come a little bit. He should have braked a little bit.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll see. I have to watch that back to see exactly what happened. It was
trying to compensate for wing damage and time you've lost while having wing damage is a very frustrating thing. So I can understand why he's trying to push that extra little bit hard. But yeah, it's unfortunate that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming in. I mean, we saw a lot of DNFs. Just not even with contact, but racers by themselves into the wall of champions. Was that kind of a difficult chicane and corner for you guys, or how were you able to manage that challenging part of the track?
Practice for 10 hours before the race, learn how far you can push it, and pray that it sticks.
What about you, Ramakron?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I had a totally. I had a very bad time in the Wall of Champion this night. I couldn't make a good corner there. Always lose time. But it's like that. You have to practice a lot.
Although
Well,
that is one thing I noticed though, the track limits were definitely felt a lot more relaxed than in time trial mode. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that probably
totally.
saved us. I think
Felt,
that saved a couple of
I,
us from getting disqualified on
yeah, I
penalties.
felt that.
yep,
I felt that I was like cutting corners all over the place.
Yeah.
yep.
Like I remember the chicane right before the hairpin in time trial mode. That turn is brutal, but
Yeah.
in the race today, I was able to attack it a pretty decent amount.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations for you two on your 1-2 finish. You guys are leading the constructors, and then obviously are 1-2 now in the
Woo!
driver standings. I wish you both the best of luck next week at Singapore. That will be another challenging race for sure. So, good luck practicing for that one, and hope to see you guys. Be talking with you guys in the Sys Shame channel next week. So, best of luck and good racing, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
All right. That, I believe, will be all for us today. It was a great race, really, to witness in Canada. Got a bit of everything. A couple safety cars, but that really didn't influence the result all that much. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will be having the Assists 1 race on Saturday at 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific, so be sure to tune in for that. Kraz and Secret, I believe, the race winner for today, will be commentating that, so we look forward to hearing you guys for that. Until then, see you guys next week. Thank you very much.